A weekend along one of the busiest railroad main lines in America. Coming up on this episode by Locomotive Mike. Trackside at Carrollton, Missouri. Headlights in the distance signal it's train time along BNSF's heavy-duty double-track main line between Chicago, Kansas City, and California. This original brick Santa Fe depot serves BNSF maintenance crews. These days, trains charge by without stopping here. This segment through Missouri between Fort Madison, Iowa and Kansas City is classified as the Marceline Subdivision. This busy former Santa Fe line hosts up to 100 trains a day along with Amtrak's Southwest Chief. A little while later, BNSF rolls through with this eastbound grain train. Looking east down the main line here at Carrollton, we see the headlights of another approaching train. A westbound general freight comes charging through and past Carrollton's Bartlett grain elevator. Here we see an eastbound Union Pacific intermodal train flying through. Union Pacific has trackage rights through here between Chicago and Kansas City. We'll see more action in Carrollton in part 2 of this series, along BNSF's former Santa Fe Raceway. Next, we head east to the town of Bosworth, a sleepy little town that's certainly not quiet thanks to all the railroad action. Soon after we set up, we catch this intermodal hotshot headed for Chicago. Next, we journey several miles to Marceline. This was a division point and crew change for Santa Fe and a stop for Amtrak until the early 1990s. The stately brick depot hinting toward the town's one-time importance for the Santa Fe. Marceline was the boyhood home of Walt Disney. A museum inside the depot, closed when we were there, pays homage to the native son. Walt Disney made no secret of his love for the railroad, and outside the big depot we find this former Santa Fe steamer painted for the Disneyland Railroad. During our time along the tracks, Marceline was quiet as a mouse. So we head 5 miles east to Buckland, home of one of the last remaining Santa Fe overhead signal bridges on the Marceline sub. The action picks back up, starting with this westbound general freight. It includes a war-bonded painted BNSF GE unit in the consist. Over the last few years, BNSF has been removing these metal signal bridges and replacing them with modern setups. This is one of 3 remaining on the sub as the end of 2015. Its days are also numbered. The afternoon sun bounces off this eastbound intermodal ducking under the bridge. Bringing up the rear end are 2 GE units serving as distributed power units. We're racing against the setting sun as we reach La Plata. Perched above the main line here at the Depot Inn and Suites train watching deck, we see the old Santa Fe Depot down below, still serving Amtrak. Looking toward the Brown Street overpass, BNSF is busier than ever, with a high-speed passing of this eastbound sand train with the westbound intermodal. This cool deck is built on the abutments of the bridge that once carried Norfolk Western's ex-Wabash Des Moines line across the Santa Fe. The next day, the action picks back up. Be sure to catch that in episode 2 of this series, along the old Santa Fe Raceway, Marceline Subdivision. Thanks for joining us for this railfan adventure. We hope you've enjoyed your trip and will subscribe so we can get more awesome train videos coming your way. Until next time, I'm Locomotive Mike.